lesson, we will be simplifying polynomial rational expressions. And this time, factoring is going to be needed. So let's look at our first problem. We have 2x minus 6 over 4. Well, I know 2x minus 6 has a common factor, and that is a 2. So I am going to go ahead and I am going to take my 2 out. And now this is 2 times what is 2x, 2 times x, minus 3 times what is 6. Here we have a 3. And now I'm going to go ahead and my bottom one is a 4. Can't simplify that. So now remember, when we have 2 times the quantity, it's a times sign here. And I can break up my 4 into 2 times 2 to make it really visual for you. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that. This could be mental math, but I really want everyone to be able to see what you do. So now, as I'm working this problem, I see that I can simplify one of my 2's. They do cancel out. And what do we have left? For the numerator, we have an x minus 3. For the denominator, we have a 2. So our simplified form for that expression is x minus 3 over 2 in simplest form. All right, so let's look at the next one. I see that I have 2x squared minus 6x over 6x squared. So I am going to go ahead and I see that they have the numbers, the coefficients have a 2 in common. So I will put that 2 out there. And they also have an x in common. So now when I go ahead and I write the factor that goes along with 2x, I need to make sure that when I multiply, I end up with 2x squared minus 6x. So 2x times something is 2x squared, so that's an x. And 2x times something, there is a subtraction sign, is equal to a 6x. Well, that's just going to be a 3. For my denominator, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to break my 6 up into a 2 times 3. And then I'm going to break my x squared into x times x. So remember, up here, since these are beside each other, this is being multiplied. When x is outside of the parentheses, it's being multiplied. So we can only simplify if we have that multiplication symbols there, or we have it that it's understood. So I can see that when I'm looking at what am I going to be able to cancel out, the 2 is definitely in the numerator and the denominator. And here I have an x and I have an x down here. So I'm going to be able to cancel out just one of my x's. So what do we have left? Well, in the numerator, we have x minus 3. In the denominator, we have a 3 and an x. So writing that in simplest terms would be x minus 3 over 3 times x. We can just write that as 3x. And that is my simplified polynomial. All right, for the last problem, we have 4m cubed over 2m to the third plus 8m squared. So let's go ahead and let's break this up. We know that we can go ahead and I'm going to put my 4 times 3m's because that is the same as m cubed. Remember, when you multiply, you add the exponents. So we end up with 4m cubed over, and now I have a 2 I see in common for the coefficients. And I am looking, I can take out m's also. So m squared is the smallest one. So that's what we are able to take out. So let's see what our other factor ends up being. 2m squared times something is 2m cubed. Well, that's an m. And here's my plus sign. 2m squared times something is going to be 8m squared. So that's just going to be a 4. Okay, so without rewriting this, because you've done this when you've done fractions, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to simplify. Oh, actually, no, because of that m squared, I want you to see it written out. So I am going to break it down even more. 2 times 2 is 4, and now I'm copying my m's over. I want to do 2, and now times, I'm going to break my m squares down, and this is times m plus 4. Okay, so now as I'm simplifying, you're going to be able to see everything. So I can simplify, cross out one of my 2's because they're in the numerator and the denominator. So this guy is definitely left. And now I have one m here and one m, so I'm crossing it off. I have another m here and another m down below, so I'm crossing it off. This guy is left. And notice the only thing we have left down below is this. So now, remember, we have a times sign between the 2 and the m, so that is 2m over my m plus 4. And because this is a plus sign, not multiplication, we cannot simplify any further. There is our answer in simplest terms. If this video was helpful to you today, please add a like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe for more Math with Marcia. See you again soon.